If these walls could talk, they wouldn't whisper, they'd confess. On the shores of Fox Lake sits the Mineola, once one of the most glamorous resorts in Illinois, and later one of its most notorious. Built in the late 1800s, the Mineola started as a private retreat for wealthy Chicago elites, a place to escape the city heat, arrive by train or boat, and disappear into lake life. Back then, Fox Lake wasn't a party town, it was an escape hatch for some of Chicago's most notorious. That's when Prohibition came in, and with Prohibition, ushered in the mob. Legend says that Mineola became a favorite hideaway for Chicago gangsters, including rumored ties to Al Capone himself. Whether every detail is true or not, one thing's for certain: the Mineola earned a reputation. Drinking, gambling, backroom deals, police raids. At one point, newspapers reportedly called it one of the most dangerous resorts in the area. When booze was illegal, Fox Lake wasn't. Inside, the Mineola was massive. Nearly 80 rooms, wraparound verandas, ballrooms, stained glass, and lake views that masked whatever was happening after dark. Music downstairs, cards upstairs, secrets everywhere. Maybe even some money hidden in the walls. Who knows? There's a paranormal lore to the building as well, and when the party stopped, something stayed behind. Urban explorers and locals tell stories of footsteps in empty hallways, voices where no one should be, and shadows that don't match the light. Former guests swear the Mineola never really emptied out. Some people checked in, and others never left. There's stories of cooks and other employees that said late into the 2000s they would hear creaking of the floorboards, maybe a voice in the distance. Just adds to the mystery of the grand old lady of the lakes. In 1979, the Mineola was added to the National Register of Historic Places, recognized as the largest surviving wood frame structure in Illinois. But history doesn't pay repair bills. As travel changed and costs rose, the hotel slowly declined. By the 1960s, overnight stays ended and the bar survived for decades more, until safety concerns finally shut everything down. Since the early 2000s, the Mineola has lived in limbo. Condemned, for sale, promised redevelopment, for sale again, plans to restore it, plans to rebuild it, plans to honor its legacy, and yet here it still stands, withering away along the lakefront of Fox Lake. The Mineola isn't just an abandoned building, it's a time capsule of wealth, of crime, of survival, and secrets. A place where history refuses to collapse, even when everything else around it tries to. Fox Lake has moved on. The Mineola hasn't. So, what would you like to see happen to the Mineola? Would you like it restored? Would you like to see it knocked down? Something else built in its place? Maybe another hotel? Maybe redesigned hotels? Perhaps you want more lakefront for townhomes or other houses to be built. Tell me what you think should happen to the Mineola, the grand old lady of the lakes.